When I graduated high school, I knew I wanted to get a STEM degree. I decided to go to the community college for 2 years to gain my prerequisites, and then transfer to the state university. Our house was a 35-minute bus ride away from the community college. Then, the university was a 45-minute bus ride away in the other direction. The summer after graduation and before I started community college, my parent laid down a rule that surprised me, but I should have seen coming. My family still attended church together. While I no longer saw faith the same way they did, I did enjoy how the church experience still enriched me, provided me spiritual peace through my daily challenges, and gave our family a weekly communal activity. So I should have seen it coming when they said when we got home from a church service, "Brandon, we need to talk to you." "Brandon," Mom said, "because you're going to be 18 soon and legally responsible for yourself. We think this means you should be responsible to contribute to the family more. This means we're going to start charging you for rent. However, since we're a family, we're going to rent it at a discount, 20% off for you." "Dad," I said, "is this true?" "Yes, Brandon," he said. "We believe you've reached a point in your life where this is appropriate." At this point, I had been working part-time in the computer repair store for over a year. While the money I made paid for my computer upgrades, the electrical bill, and gave me a few spare dollars, it wasn't enough to make a rent. Also, I already knew that if I went elsewhere, it would be a crap hole. Given the 20% discount they were offering, at a purely financial standpoint, it made sense to stay there. However, I knew the real reason by this. Sophia's growing Instagram account was requiring a larger and larger purse to make it happen. While my dad's business was successful, my parents were solidly middle class. Heaven forbid my mother switching from part-time to full-time to make more money. Of course, such an admission that they needed the extra money would look bad in front of the church ladies. Sophia's account had grown to under 4,000 followers. These weren't fake followers, but people who provided real engagement. For Sophia, her success was no longer academic, but the number of followers she had and the number of comments and engagements on each post. Sophia spent more time on editing her photos before posting than on her schoolwork. Her GPA slipped from a 3 to a 2.8. Growing her Instagram meant feeding the beast in terms of new clothes, more makeup, and more outings. My parents spent some money on her, and I suspected some on credit cards. What Sophia wanted to move up to the next step was beyond them. Again, instead of telling Sophia to get a job, they said they'd figure out a way to make it happen. That way turned out to be me. So that summer, besides repairing computers, I got a part-time job as a dishwasher in a restaurant. I would work during the day at the computer store and evening as a dishwasher. For my little spare time, I was still grinding away on writing stock trading programs. By now, it was a challenge I had been grinding away for years. My paper results were mixed. While I certainly knew a lot at this point, my results were inconsistent and my drawdowns were too large. The first few weeks in July, I spent washing scrape off of lazy diner patrons. I then knew I needed to double down on my stock trading. I'd come home at 2 a.m. with my hands wrinkled from absorbing water. I'd go to bed to be at the computer store when it opened. On some days, no, Mr. Hanley trusted me to open and handle customers by myself, which I was touched by. I made it a point not to let him down. The first check I wrote for that rent payment, it didn't take more than 24 hours to see where the money went. Sophia and Mom made a shopping trip to the outlet mall. Sophia had a new purse that looked like a Coach but wasn't, 2 new pairs of heels, winter gloves, and 2 new dresses. Never mind that Sophia didn't have events to wear these outfits to. What mattered is that Sophia would model the clothes, look good in them, and increase her engagement. The week before community college started, I got a job in the student union cafeteria as a dishwasher. My routine became taking transit to school, studying on the bus, going to class, working in the cafeteria, spending a little time in the library, and then studying on transit on the way back home. Mr. Hanley at the computer repair store knew I was going to college. He was kind enough to cut my hours down to Saturday, where I'd work a full day. Together, we diagnosed why motherboards were not getting power when the video output on a PS5 was blurry, and why there was no sound out of an Xbox. This is the routine that kept me going for the first year, the redundancy of school, study, and work. I finished my first year at the community college with this routine.